Hey guys, video time. Come on into the studio and sit down, make yourself comfortable. Let's talk about money in this video. This should be an interesting topic, but let me give you my viewpoints about some of the money aspects running your project home studio. First of all, let's talk about rates. A lot of people think that, oh, project studio or home studio, well, since it's in your home or just a project studio, you're not a big boy studio, well, you should only charge 10 or 15 bucks an hour. Quite frankly, if that's all you think you're worth, then I say go for it. But I think when you charge extremely low rates or try to undercut the guy across town or the guy down the street with a lower rate like that, basically you're doing both of you a disservice, and you're basically throwing your credibility of a quality studio right out the window. Now that's my opinion. You know, I'm on the soapbox. This is my video, so I'm going to express my opinions. I think you should charge what you think you're worth. Now, if you're just starting out and you really have a minimum amount of equipment and experience, then maybe the 10 or 15 or $20 an hour rate reflects really more accurately what you should be charging. But I think there's nothing wrong with a good quality home studio to charge $30 or $40 an hour or more. If you're in a higher income area like California or New York, or for instance, to be able to go ahead and charge those type of rates. I really don't think you should compare yourself to other studios. Now, granted, I'm not talking about comparing yourself to a big boy studio where they're charging $120 or $1,500 for the weekend or something like that. Let's be sensible here, but what I'm saying is, these silly rates that I see sometimes for $10 an hour for studio time is just crazy. I mean, quite frankly, that means I'm going to go ahead and work 40 hours to pay for this mic. Well, that's not going to cut it. So I think give yourself some credit. Remember, we're all great engineers, right? Since we own our own home personal studios. So charge a rate that reflects that. And don't worry about the other guy, because quite frankly, it's the end product that really should reflect your rate. If you're putting out great product, then don't be afraid to charge for it. Another thing is, as far as how to get paid, if you're not getting a deposit, again, I think you're just asking for trouble. People that think that, well, let me go ahead and do some recording, I'll pay you when I'm finished or when I get the finished material. Where that sounds great and you want to be a friend with all the musicians, we're talking about running a business here. This is even in your home or your project studio or in your basement, or even if you have it in a building out back in your property or whatever, this is still a business, so run it like a business. Like I say, you're not a big pro studio, so there's certain things, yes, you're not going to act along those lines, but you need to be professional about this. So I would expect at least to get half down to reserve my time. My time's valuable. If I have somebody that doesn't show up, then what do I have to show for that? I've lost some time that maybe I could have had another customer come in or client come in, and so I'm just spinning my wheels for that. And also, I would get things in writing. Now, again, a lot of people are afraid to do this because it makes them look cold and non-caring and unfriendly to their customers. But quite frankly, if those customers are the ones that don't want to sign a contract, don't want to give you a deposit, let me tell you, after 30, 40 years of recording, those are exactly the people you don't want in your studio, especially if you're coming into your home studio. You know, if it's on a business or commercial property, that may be a little bit different, but quite frankly, I'm going to want the people that, you know, are some of the hand-picked people coming into my own personal project studio. So, you know, I would a deposit is required. Let me just end it at that. Another thing is, as far as full payment, again, if you're not getting full payment before you release anything final, then you're again are asking for trouble. I would even try to avoid things just like the push fader mixes or the rough mixes to give the clients without payment, because there have been too many situations to where I've seen these push fader mixes, those end up being the final mixes, and you know where that goes. So don't chase your tail after customers and try to get payment. after the fact. Make sure that you're paid up front. Make sure that you're paid upon completion. All these things are very important. If this is too harsh, too businesslike, then quite frankly, if you want to run a home professional project studio like a business, these are the things you need to do. It's a real world. Well, I'm going to get off my soapbox here. Those are just three items here about the money, but take it from me, really, seriously. They're very important. We'll see you in the next video, guys. Thanks.